WVNN. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker. Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome back, Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, the big, bold, boisterous, beautiful bearded host. And we're so thankful that you have decided to join us this and every single morning. What would you do without us? We don't know. More importantly, what would we do without you? And that is, we would be lost. We'd be lost without you. So thank you. Hope you had a great holiday. We're back in action. We're unfortunately no more breaks upcoming for a while. So settling back into the miserable reality of waking up at 4 o'clock every single morning. But we do it for you. We do it for you each and every morning. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's get the team in here. Let's see what I'm sure we've got some. I think our producer broke quarantine and I think he broke free and got out of the house for a while. So hopefully, if not, it's been a long quarantine. We'll check in with him. We've got Sandee has new hair, so we have to check in with Sandee Lou and see whose hair she stole for this ensemble, and really just see what's going on out there with you guys. So the best exported product from Shelbyville, Kentucky, since Colonel Sanders still watches VHS tapes at home with his wife, tries to impress his family with his Freak Daddy mixtapes from the late 80s and early 90s. It's actually old enough to understand what it means to shake it like a Polaroid picture. Wow, it's been a few days. And the godfather of old souls, that would be one Boomer. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Glad the
good. I'm doing good.
Dallas Cowboys are officially out of the playoffs.
Thank God.
My football team is just on fire right now.
Who's that?
I've always
Kentucky
actually won this
weekend. The
Kentucky
basketball team. That's your football team.
Yeah, it's a good weekend. Kentucky football won. Kentucky basketball won.
Kentucky football. Who'd they play? The North Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind.
They played NC State.
Oh.
SEC. Hey, you got to support in bowl
They're
season.
ACC.
SEC.
Oh no,
NC
I do
State
support
is ACC.
Yeah, who went winless in bowls?
Yes.
By the way, winless.
Yeah. So
winless.
And the Washington football team is NFC East champion. At 7-9. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Their coach beat cancer. You got to give him. You got to cheer for him a little bit. Can't follow that, so try. Cricket.
Ron Rivera beat cancer, so
yeah. You got to be on his side. You can't be against somebody who beat cancer.
I'm always against the Washington Redskins. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Always. They're the bitter rival of the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, they're not. The Cowboys don't even count as a football team. They would probably lose a junior varsity game at this point. I'm not entirely sure what we watched yesterday, but it was a disaster.
I love the meme where it had Jason Garrett and said, "Still keeping the Cowboys out of the playoffs."
That's a pretty good one. Sandee Lou, how are you?
I am doing fabulous. How are you guys?
What are you wearing on top of your head today?
I have a beautiful silvery platinum blonde wig.
Is it really a wig?
It really is a wig, yeah.
Oh.
I've just decided that I'm not going to do extensions. Like, wigs and extensions are like something that's really big this year within the salon industry. And I actually found a company that is not as crazy expensive as most wigs are. And I love their work. It's good quality work, and super excited to have bought a few of them.
Can you give me a wig?
Absolutely. I thought about that on the way to work this morning. I have one that is perfect for you.
You realize how big it would have to be.
Oh, yeah.
I have an incredible.
We might have to
head.
make some adjustments. We might have to make some adjustments for it. So.
Yeah, I
but
literally
don't
wear
worry,
a 7 3/4. My head is 7 3/4 inches.
Maybe we need a GoFundMe for Zach's wig.
That would be a good idea. Then I could officially be a millennial.
Yeah.
Did you say 7 3/4 inches?
Yes.
Is that like from ear to ear?
I think so. I don't know. That's just how New Era. That's how they
He does it in baseball hats.
That's the size of my baseball
Yeah,
hat. Okay.
Yeah.
When I go to the store, I buy a
little
7
different.
3/4,
He's got to use a hula hoop to make.
which is obnoxiously big. If we're being completely honest.
Hey, listen, talking about big heads though.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
my
Literally.
middle child,
Okay.
my middle child, like when she was a year old, we had to go get a CAT scan done on her head to make sure that everything was okay because she had such an abnormally large head.
Yeah, Zayden was in like the 92nd percentile of head size.
Yeah.
Like his head
Yeah.
was huge.
Oh, poor little guy. He's like his daddy.
Yeah, in more ways than we'd like to admit. Producer Connor,
Good morning.
how are you, buddy?
Doing all right.
He's
Yeah.
awfully quiet.
I know he is. He's
Yeah.
because I think he knows what's coming. Are you out of quarantine?
Yeah.
Is your sister okay?
She's
Okay,
doing good.
okay. No more symptoms. Is the house free? Did you guys like bust out?
Not really bust out, but yeah.
Oh, I would have. Good Lord, you kept me bottled up for 14 days. I'm talking about I'd have run through a door. That would be the
Exactly.
worst part of Corona for me. Would not be the disease itself, regardless of how bad it may be. It would definitely be the being quarantined for 14 days. I couldn't do it.
So certain people in your home did not do anything for 14 straight days. They stayed inside, didn't go out, didn't do anything.
Well, you went out and drove around some.
He did.
Yeah, I drove around, and toward the end, of course, I came here. But my parents work from home, so it's one of those things where they can manage it pretty easily. And it was the Christmas holiday, which made it a little easier.
But like I'm talking about, we didn't go to Publix to get some groceries. We didn't go to Walmart. You stayed in the house.
I think they did I don't know this for sure, but I think they did like the Walmart pickup thing where they bring it out to your
we
car.
do that. It's fantastic.
Uh,
No, we do the one where they bring it to your house. It's even better.
Yeah, that's the one I do.
They drop it on your porch. Although they get the order
Best
wrong
thing
every
ever.
single time. But other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they did something like that at some point, but yeah, they didn't go in public.
That's unbelievable.
I couldn't do it.
No, I'm legitimately impressed. Like there's a 0% chance I could do that. If the world depended on it, the world would probably be over.
Yes.
I could not do that. That's incredible discipline. You sound like you have a ton of energy this morning, buddy.
You could tell.
Yeah. You just back on the grind, huh?
Yeah.
Holiday comes to an end. Did you let your ski? Wow, I can't talk. Did you let your sleep? You think they wouldn't give somebody who couldn't speak a talk show? Did you let your sleep schedule get out of whack a little bit? Because I did.
Out of whack, I wouldn't say. I let it become normal.
Well, yeah. What's normal in your opinion?
I don't know, getting to bed 10 or 11, waking
Yeah.
up.
8:30, 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, me too. That's out of whack if you do a 5 a.m. talk show.
Yeah, that's true.
Because let me tell you, on that Monday morning when you come back to reality, boy,
It hurts.
it hurts. It'll hit you right in the mouth. We're all trying to wake
I
up
think-
this morning.
I think last night I shed a little tear because I knew I was
Yes.
going to have to be back up here this
Like,
morning. I was like,
and if you're listening, I want
get
you to
up.
understand we're so happy to be with you. We really are. We're so happy that we're here, but we're just miserable as well, all at the same time. All at the same time. It's this.
all the emotions.
It's
all
this
in one.
dichotomy that we're really working. We're really working through.
I had a hockey game last night.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
And so here's the
How'd
part
that go?
It was good. They won 4-1, but it was an earlier game. Thank God, it was a 5:00 game instead of a 7. But I was still like,
Good.
got to get home, got to get the boys. I need to be in bed like right now. And so
Yeah.
I come in literally. I don't eat supper. I just wave at everybody. Good night. My mom, who
Stays up all hours of the night.
and my mom's got this. She gets butt hurt a lot about certain things. or
Oh
whatever.
no, you didn't say goodnight.
No, I didn't say goodnight to her. And then my youngest likes to stall when it's time for him to go to bed. So I go to sleep. I just get to sleep. And my youngest comes in and hugs me and goes, "Dad, I just want to say goodnight again." I'm like, what part of me going to bed did you not get? Then my mother walks all the way across the house, opens the door and goes, Clay, thanks for saying goodnight.
Oh.
And I ignored
Hey.
it. I was awake, but I was ready to just completely just explode.
She
And you-
gave birth to you.
Oh, what's
You
still
tell
though?
your mama good night.
No, I couldn't.
She
was on
gave birth
She
to
was on the
you.
phone actually, and I was like, I need to go to bed. She'll be all right. One night's not that bad.
No, one night is not that bad for your adult mother and her adult son.
That could have been like,
Okay, don't do
I
it.
just want to yell out. I want to go. This is my house. Don't do that.
Yeah. You might have given birth to me, but you're sleeping in my spare bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
You wiped my butt, but I pay the rent.
Oh,
Don't do that to me ever again. Be gone with you.
Oh, sounds like we've got some mommy issues. We gotta work.
It is challenging. I don't live with my mom does not. My mom lives with me. I don't live with my mom.
Right.
That's the difference. Take
All
care
the
of it.
millennials out there are trying to figure out what the difference is, but
Oh, there is a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, they're like, what does he mean? My mother lives with me.
I don't
I pay the
get it.
rent. That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
rent.
She's very needy.
Do you rent a house?
No, or
The mortgage.
mortgage,
Yeah, big difference.
or I rent it from the bank.
Big difference.
But yeah, I just
Pretty much.
that's
look
a
at
challenge
this.
at my house.
The Georgia Code, criminal solicitation. They're talking about Trump criminal solicitation on his phone
I've
call.
given up on humanity.
Yeah, no, there's the level of stupidity is unbelievable. If you've actually read well, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go to a break. We'll talk about it at some point because how could you not? But in the meantime, amen and a woman. We got to talk. We got to cover that at some point as well. If you heard the prayer for the opening session of the 117th Congress, that really is something. And we pray to the monotheistic God and all the different gods of all the different religions and amen and a woman. Are you kidding me?
If someone thinks that cool, should it be okay that we just slap the hell out of them?
Yes.
Welcome back, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be back shortly. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Are you tired? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrated Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrated Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kinda quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. Web Underdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, Web Underdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact Web Underdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600. At Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic. We've got your back. Come see us today.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Hoop, hey, back again. What's up, everybody? Zach Walker, Boomer and the Beard, your big, beautiful bearded host. Checking in this morning, bringing back with a little tag team. If you haven't seen their Geico commercial, you're missing out. Sprinkles, so good. If you haven't checked that out, you need to YouTube Geico tag team commercial. Fantastic. Do a little New Year's Eve update here. See what everybody did. I mean, New Year's Eve is it used to be back in the day a big night. Big night. You go out and you get all dolled up and you get to go out and have fun. That's before you either A, got married, or B, had kids, one of the two, depending on your situation. For us, we just got old, and so because we actually didn't have kids. Like, my son was in Louisiana with his grandparents, so we had every reason to, like, you know, get an Airbnb in Nashville and go out and have a good time, and we were in bed by like 10. And so, you know, maybe we can vicariously live through producer Connor, but we'll check in with him in a moment. For our end, my wife took half a day off since we didn't have a kid, and we were going to meet you that night for a comedy show. We didn't end up making that because, like I said, it didn't start till 7, and it was a long way away, and it was a long way home, and it was going to be late, and that didn't play well with old people. And we lost Sandee. But Sandee, we lost your video, so he's working on that. But we decided to do a little date action, and my wife and I are both very competitive. Very competitive. I'm sure that surprises most of you.
How
about
bad she
me.
beat you?
We'll get to that. My wife doesn't beat me in much. I'm one of those people I can pick up just about anything and be decent at it, and I'm probably pretty good at most things. Like, not good, like, in the sense of, like, I'm that guy that can be decent at everything and great at nothing. You know, if that makes sense. But I can pick up just about anything. Like, I wanted to start, like, I played Rock Band, so I got a drum set, and I can kind of play the drums just by messing around in a video game, right? Like, I can't truly play the drums. I'm not going to sit down with a band, but if you didn't know any better, I could sit down on the drum set, and you'd think I knew how to play, okay? So I'm pretty good at most things I try, and I don't say that to be cocky or anything. It annoys my wife because I picked up golf, got pretty good at it pretty quick, and then put the golf clubs down after I, shot in the 80s. And so the one thing that my wife has never been able to get me to do is bowl. Hate bowling. It's a stupid game. It is a dumb game. You throw a big heavy rock down a waxy wood lane at a bunch of little pins. It is the dumbest game in the history of all games. Except for
That's what people say when they don't.
When they're terrible at
bowling,
something,
or they're
yes,
not good.
I know. I'm getting to that. If you'll stick with me,
That's why he hates it.
I'll frame
If
why I
he
hate
slaughtered
it.
her, it'd have been like,
It's the greatest game in the
story
world.
already.
PDA.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. Like, when my wife would want to go bowling, because she took bowling in college, which I thought was a farce to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. Her claim to fame is that she got a higher score than me on the ACTs by like 2 points. Okay. Now, mind you, I had a really long night the night before I took the ACTs, and I got a 27. So I just decided to stick with it because it's pretty good, even if you had a really long night the night before. And so that's her claim to fame in beating me at just about anything. And so we went bowling, and she proceeded to absolutely whoop my tail.
Woohoo!
Like, over and over and over again. We played 3 games, and she beat me every single time by like big. Like, real big.
Go,
Ask if you need a
Ashley.
little kid
Go,
bumper.
Ashley.
More or
Go,
less.
Ashley.
And I just want to be clear. I did not realize it was such a physical game.
It's heavy. I mean, your arms, yeah.
Like, I'm talking about my left knee has been screaming for help for the last 3 days. I'm out of shape, which is unlikely, this finely tuned athletic specimen here, or bowling is just the most physical game. Like,
Well, you probably tried to be the man and be like, you know what? I need the 18-pound.
no,
ball.
I threw a normal ball. It was just a little 13, a little 13-pound ball. It was the only one with the double X finger grips. Okay, I had to get my fat little nubby fingers down in there. I needed the 2X. I needed the 2X grip.
Speaking of COVID.
But no, very well sanitized. Very well sanitized. They had that covered. But after that, we went to the axe throwing.
And you won or lost that?
Convincingly.
Okay.
No, she had no shot in the axe throwing. By the way, have you ever done that?
Yeah, but were you planning on going axe throwing, or did you have to do the axe throwing?
No. We were planning to do the axe throwing. Bowling. I actually said, why don't we go bowling? Because she had never been able to. I wanted her to have something. That's a true story.
Okay.
Like she's been asking me to bowl for 10 years, and I've told her no every single time, literally for 10 years, because I hate bowling, because I know I suck at bowling, which is why I don't like to bowl.
Yeah,
I know what we can do now.
What's that?
We've all the women have been wanting to get together, and I've been trying to come up with something because Ashley was like, I'm not a planner. Like, don't let me.
Don't let her lie to you. She plans everything.
Chastity's been like, yeah, let's get together. And I'm the worst planner, too. Now I know what to do. We can go bowling.
Ashley was pretty sore, too, so you probably have to give her a little time to recoup. Who would have thought it was such a challenging game?
I got in trouble with my family because of bowling one time.
How'd that happen?
I don't know if I can say this on the radio.
Probably not. Then if you don't think you can,
well,
let's.
They don't do prank calls are not a thing anymore. Right?
Here we go.
People don't do prank calls anymore. But probably one of the best prank calls you can ever make is to a bowling alley.
Whoa!
Oh no! What did you do?
Well, you call a bowling alley, and you ask them if they have 15-pound balls.
Oh, no.
And when they say yes, you go, how do you walk?
Oh.
So my family got upset that I taught my young son
really?
how to do that.
I just can't imagine.
Why is that so funny to me?
One of the best prank calls of all
Connor,
time.
you're laughing.
My gosh.
It's one of the best prank calls of all time.
Why is that so funny?
I guarantee you right now throughout the Tennessee Valley, bowling alleys will be called today.
Because you're a freaking kid, Zach. That's why you're laughing.
That's fair. I accept that.
It's like somebody poots in the room and you're like...
The fact that you just said poot is hilarious in and of itself.
Yeah. That's a good prank call. I'm proud of that today. That courtesy of Boomer. Enjoy today. Start New Year's Eve off by calling.
How do you walk?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Well, my New Year's was great.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to a comedy show at Stand Up Live, which we went to the early show at 7, so we started off.
That's the early show?
Yes. 9,
oh man.
9:30 is the late show.
No, sir.
But we were home and tried to watch a movie, which Chastity fell asleep, and then I had to wake her up when New Year's happened just to say, "Hey, Happy New Year." So I won that. That at least I didn't forget it. But yeah, definitely felt older, and then did get a little angry when I was flipping to see all the different coverage of New Year's Eve and flipped it over to luxurious CNN to see Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen literally be just hammered drunk, which blew me away.
Really?
Like how?
I'm mad I missed it. I did not turn on a single New Year's Eve coverage.
Well, it was very, very disturbing, and they kind of made jokes about it all weekend because Cohen and I think that's his name, Andy Cohen. He's on Bravo TV, and then Anderson Cooper. They were actually slamming Bill Bellagio or whatever for being out there dancing, which he told everybody else to stay home, but he got out and danced with.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, they were just hammered, and it was like, oh my gosh! Like as a broadcaster, I know we've said this before. I went to school for it, so there were so many things you were taught not to do and how not to do this, and one of the things was always, you never open a microphone or get on camera when you're intoxicated. And I was like, just blew me away. I'm like, yeah, it just really seems weird. I know it's New Year's, you need to, but they were literally taking shots.
What?
On TV, which technically the FCC is against the rules too. But I was just blown away. I was like, it's like, geez, it's changed a whole lot. Yeah, they were doing shots right on. So we'll see if we can find it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it was a good New Year's Eve for us. Like I said, just kind of low key.
Sandee, what'd you guys do?
Dreamed about New Year's Eve. I think my husband was in the bed first, and then I was sitting up. I don't even remember. I was watching something on Netflix. I don't know. And about 10 o'clock, I was like, man, I'm so tired. And I just went on to bed.
I may or may not have rewatched all 7 seasons of Sons of Anarchy over the last week.
That's
okay. Yeah, it is. Because that's a heavy show, man.
It's such a good show, though. God, such
it
a
is
good
so
show.
good.
But don't let me push you. It's a very rough show.
It is a very rough show.
Don't watch that show with children around by any stretch.
I think you'd have had them at Sons of Anarchy. Maybe that would be one you wouldn't let the kids.
You think the name gave it away?
Maybe. Hey, kids, probably not.
Kids, story time.
Connor, was your New Year's wild and crazy?
Well, we we're up against a hard break here, and I figured we really wanted to spend some time on that.
Okay.
So we could circle back
absolutely.
and really see what I'm sure producer. We could all live vicariously through producer Connor's New Year's Eve plan since we were old and asleep early. I'm sure he.
Is he willing to talk about it, though?
Well, we're going to press him one way or the other. I mean, we're going to find out whether he's willing to talk about it or not. If he's not, we'll, as always, we'll be respectful. We won't push it too far or, cross any lines.
Really?
Or ask any questions you don't want us to ask.
Yeah, because we do
because that's what we normally do. I mean,
yeah.
we don't want to. We don't want to push.
We respect his privacy.
Yeah, we don't want to push it too far. We don't want to.
Yeah.
It's not like we're on a radio show or anything that our
Right.
lives are the key component of the content or anything. So
Exactly.
when we come back, we'll politely and kindly and respectfully ask producer Connor how his New Year's Eve was, and when he says that's enough, we'll probably keep asking questions. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Boomer and the Beard. 30 minutes past the hour. We'll be back shortly.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Trump heard on a tape of a phone call he made to Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger telling him to find nearly 12,000 votes in his favor. That's the margin by which he lost the state to Joe Biden, and he's been trying to dispute it ever since. This is sound of that call.
We hear they're shredding thousands and thousands of ballots. And now what they're saying, we're just cleaning up the office. I don't think that plays.
Mr. President, the problem you have with social media, people can say anything.
No, this isn't social media. This is Trump media.
The White House not commenting on the audio recording. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris calling it a blatant abuse of power. A short time ago, a court in London refused to grant extradition for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to be sent to the United States. And the first person in Britain, an 82-year-old dialysis patient named Brian Pinker, has gotten the latest COVID vaccine, this one created by Oxford University and drug maker AstraZeneca. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
My great-great-aunt Bertha May had certain words she would not let us say at the dinner table. Nowadays, if you're a government contractor, CMMC is one of those words. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. It's where you've got to be in the DoD world if you want to bid and win government contracts. 256-975-4758. My friends at Simple Helix, look, they're not afraid, and they can show you a cost-effective path to becoming CMMC compliant. What that means, they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to make a plan, and they're going to get you to those big government contracts you need. Give my friends at Simple Helix a call today at 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the Beard sent you.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
I really wish you'd get to the punchline here.
R-O-C-K in the USA. There.
That's what I like about you. Isn't that funny?
It is.
How many different songs?
All songs are
play the
pretty
same
much the
riff.
same, yeah.
Yeah. No. I really didn't know what song it was. This is what I like about you. Really hold me. Anyways, My Pillow, folks. If you have delayed, delay no longer. In getting your deluxe premium My Pillow patented interlocking fill that adjusts to your sleep needs. Washable and dryable. It's unbelievable. You just throw them in the washer dryer and poof, they're just like brand new again. You can get your own for $29.99. That's right, folks. They're usually $69.99, now $29.99 using promo code BEARD at checkout. All you have to do is call 800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. That's right. mypillow.com/radio specials. Promo code BEARD at checkout. Not only discounts on the pillows, but a deep discount on every product on their site. You can thank me later. Producer Connor, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. Waking up a little bit, slowly but surely.
That's why I'd delay it a little bit, and checking in. Quarantine must be tough on a burgeoning new relationship, huh? Yeah, a lot of time away, but it gives you time to miss. You got to learn how to miss people too. It's a good. My wife tells me all the time. I wish I could miss you more. So
I'm sure she does. Yeah.
How was the reunion?
Actually, hasn't happened yet.
What?
Yeah.
Is she scared of the COVID?
No, it just hasn't happened yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, just hasn't happened yet.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Easy.
okay,
Easy.
okay. Just making sure.
Easy.
Just making
We're all
sure.
just concerned about you, buddy.
That's right. We
You should
care
be happy.
about you.
You should be happy that we're so concerned. It just means that we care about you so much.
I'm touched.
You should be. What'd you do for New Year's? If you didn't hang out with Lady Mystery, what'd you do?
So the night started around like.
Ooh, we're gonna get a play-by-play. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
About like 8 o'clock. Go ahead.
It was the end of his journal writing, so for that year. So he had to make sure that it was like
we had him.
Major.
We had him starting on a play-by-play.
I know.
And then you chime in and
that's why I'm
completely shut him
excited.
down.
No. He's got to continue.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure we'll get him restarted in the same level of energy. Go ahead.
So, what color was your New Year's Eve notation?
So anyway, at about 8 o'clock.
How rude! I am
so
trying to be like for real here.
I'm trying so hard to interrupt your story so that you can't tell us about your New Year's Eve. Tell us about your journal.
Fine. All right, bye.
So 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. I took a couple Benadryl, and 8:30 I was asleep.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I guess I'm not living vicariously through that little escapade
Hitting
there.
the hard drugs for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tipping, but now was it the liquid form? Did you tip the bottle up? Or?
No, it was the pills.
Scissor. Was it some
Scissor?
Is there Benadryl syrup? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I've only ever taken the little pink pills.
I don't know. You know about the little pink pill, but Boomer does anyways. But
jeez,
what? They're heart pills.
I don't have any heart problems.
Yeah, I know. But just maybe low blood pressure or something. High blood pressure, or something.
Maybe a little.
So nothing. That's really unfortunate because you know what happens at midnight on New Year's Eve. I was hoping we could go down that path here.
Or
But,
kiss.
yeah, but we didn't get to go down that. That would have been
Maybe
so much.
zoomed.
Did you get a Zoom kiss? That'd be weird. God, it'd be weird. Yeah, I take that back. I completely removed that from the conversation. Okay. Speaking of little pills, I've got a medical procedure this afternoon.
Okay.
I forgot about it because remember I was going to go to this Trump rally thing, and then I realized I'm getting cut open today. So they're going to implant testosterone under my skin, subdermally. So they cut open your hip and they put in this implant thing in your hip, and then every 6 months you go get it cut open and refilled. Sounds terrible.
Yes.
But it sounds a whole lot better than taking a shot every Friday or Saturday.
I think I would have the shot.
I don't know, dude. The last time my wife tried to help me out with one, like the needle bent. Like it was like the skin was not feeling it.
Oh,
like
be a man, do yourself.
No, I have in the leg.
I'm just kidding.
But the gluteus is it's a little hard to.
It has to go in your butt?
No, it can go in your butt, your deltoid, or your like. It's got to be in a big muscle.
It has to be into a muscle.
Yeah. So they recommend the thigh, the deltoid, or the gluteus.
Thigh'd be okay.
Thigh's not okay. The thigh hurts really bad. No, the thigh hurts quite bad. It's not the shot that hurts. It's afterwards. It's like trying to walk on it the following day that is uncomfortable. I don't know why that is.
So you don't think like cutting open your hip may have problems walking?
Well, only twice a year.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Could get staph infection. Could get.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to staph. Now we're all the way. We went all the way from a shot to staph infection. Thank you for that. Did I ever tell you about the time I had a staph infection on my face?
Jeez.
Yeah, MRSA staph, like the stuff that can kill you. It was like right there. They were like, if this goes to your brainstem, you're gonna die. I was like, cool. How far away is it? They're like, well, it's on your cheeks. Not far. It's like, oh, okay. How you get a staph infection on your cheek?
I don't know.
I can tell you. I'll being a dirty college student. That's how I got. I thought it was a pimple.
I think I just do the shot.
Yeah. Well, good thing it's not up to you. But if you have low testosterone, when was the last time you had your testosterone?
I have very good testosterone.
Oh.
It's been tested.
When was the last time? You never know.
About a month ago.
Oh, never mind. Well, never mind. Yeah, so I get my hip.
I was
open.
tired, and I just realized I just get up at 3:00 every morning. not the lack of testosterone.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was so tired. Oh, what time do you go to bed? 10. What time do you wake up? 3. That's why. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's so good. Yeah, so there it is. New Year's Eve updates from everybody. Connor maybe with the most boring night of all of us.
What'd you take the Benadryl for? You allergies or you
just wanted to sleep
just
better.
wanted to sleep?
To get to sleep, yeah.
Wow. What a life.
It works too.
Need to have an intervention.
Pill, papa. Connor, do you need help? Is this something you feel like you have trouble with, or
No.
are you abusing over-the-counter drugs to sleep?
No.
Okay.
I just...
All right. Did your parents say you could? I'm kidding. I'm totally messing with you. Well, there it is. Anyone out there has a good New Year's Eve story, we'd love to hear it. 866-494-9866. First phone calls of the new year. We'll do a little bit of radio roulette hearing from you. 866-494-WVNN. If you feel like being the first caller of the year, more than happy to do so now. Or if you've got a New Year's story, or if you feel like you can, I mean, maybe we could do the most boring New Year's Eves out there. Who's got a story more boring than Connor? We'll see who.
Ooh, that would be rough.
That would be. Golly, what time would you have to go to bed to be more boring than 8:30? 8 maybe? I don't know.
Play bingo at lunch and hit the bed at 3.
Bingo! Oh, man. Hit bingo 3 times, went to bed by 4:30. Won $176 and some change.
Made sure the mydiaper.com was changed. And
mydiaper.com.
Took it to bed.
God, you're terrible. Sandee, you have anything to say?
Jesus.
Okay. Well.
So Connor, I would say Connor's color of that night was very blue.
Is blue bad?
Mm-hmm. I learned that.
I thought red was bad.
No, red's good.
No, he loves red.
It's warm.
That's right. It's warm. Warm is good. Blue is cold. Cold is bad.
So you see that blue New Year's.
Oh,
it follows the
blue New Year's with Benadryl.
You know, I've come to do the whole like warm colors represent good thing just because it feels like it makes sense. But the reason I chose those colors was I just went top to bottom on the rainbow.
Oh, I knew there had to be a more logical answer than made me feel warm.
I mean, now looking at anything else seems weird to me. But
I liked the story before.
Sandee, unmute your microphone when you're laughing. That's so good. Sandee, what are you doing over there?
He's enjoying us.
Watching
magic.
Yeah, something like that.
Radio magic.
People are listening right now. And they're like, "This is the worst radio show I've ever heard in my entire life." Their New Year's resolution was to find a new radio show, and they're like, "What in the world is this garbage?" No, stick around. It'll get worse. I promise. Let's go to a break. When we come back, I guess we can start diving into the good stuff. There's plenty of content out there in the world that'll get Sandee's blood boiling. So we'll see if we can roll that up to a boil. I'll see if I can get through this prayer thing without having a heart attack. There's a lot to talk about, man. The world is a crazy place, and it's just getting crazier. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beer. 16 minutes to the top of the hour. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A treehouse.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much, you don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
In honor of Congress this morning.
The song entitled Straight to Hell?
Yes.
Wow. Go ahead, buddy.
Congress. Oh, you're supposed to be going right
Yeah,
away.
that's why I was not saying a word.
Simple Helix. If you need some help with your IT at your business, you can give them a call today. 256-975-4758. If your IT department is going straight to hell, give them a call. 256-975-4758. They can help you out. They are also a Microsoft Gold partner, so if you need to help to manage your entire Microsoft environment, they can help you with that. I got a cloud environment in there. It's a Tier 3 data center in Huntsville. It's really cool, and all your stuff would be protected right here in the good old U.S. of A. So if you're interested in that, give them a call today, 256-975-4758.
Don't be Tier 2. Be Be tier 3.
Tier 3.
That's right. What's better, tier 2 or tier 3?
There's a tier 4.
So is this a case where like the higher numbers are better, or is it like golf?
It has to do with redundancy. So if you're
1 redundancy, 2 redundancy, 3 redundancy, 4 redundancy.
It would be very nerdy what I'm going to say right now, but they have what's called a meet me room.
A
Okay.
what?
It's where all the internet carriers come into a data center. That's called a meet me room. And so Simple Helix has one. The only thing keeping them from being a tier 4 would be having 2 of those. So there'd be even more redundant ways of coming in. There'd be 4 ways that internet would come into the data center and go out.
Wow, that's cool.
It's kind of nerdy.
Yeah, that's so cool. Man, I'm so excited about
Glad
that.
Glad you asked that question.
Yeah, real glad. Sandy, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Do you know what the word amen means? Or amen, depending on how you say it.
Isn't it like a closing of a statement? Like
yeah,
praise
so in Latin
be?
it means so be it, or so let it be, right? So
it's not gender specific.
It's not a gendered word. It's a
No.
word that just says, I pray all these things so that they will be, or so be it, or so let it be, right? And so it is a reverent closing to a prayer. There's no gender to it whatsoever. Connor, go ahead and cue that up. This is Representative Cleveland, I believe is his name.
Cleaver.
Leave
Clever.
Leave it to Cleaver. Leave it to Cleaver. Democratic rep from Missouri, Emmanuel. Leave it to Cleaver, who is the chaplain of the 117th Congress. He opened the 117th Congress on Sunday with a prayer, and this is how the prayer ended.
We ask it in the name of the monotheistic God, Brahma, and God known by many names, by many different faiths. Amen and a woman.
No, folks. You did not mishear that. We ask this in the name of monotheistic God, Brahma. He's known by many names, to many faiths. Amen. And a woman.
And he's a chaplain.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, maybe.
But he's not.
Yeah. That's like saying Joel Osteen's a pastor. And so, zing, got to go in there. And I get nothing on that? Nothing? I didn't get anything. Okay. All right. Somebody here got an inspiration cue for Christmas.
Wouldn't that be insulting to other religions? Because isn't monotheistic, meaning that there's
Mono
a belief
meaning
in
one.
one God. So
Yeah.
didn't he just insult every religion in
well,
the
no,
United
because then
States?
he followed it by saying to Brahma. Who's Brahma, by the way? Connor, do you know what god Brahma is?
I think he's
It's a
part
bull.
of the
Brahma bull.
Yeah, let me
It's a
Google
breed
it.
of bull.
Mhm.
I know that.
The Rock, the wrestler, the Brahma bull.
What?
Maybe he believes in the Rock.
Is that what they called him when he was a?
Brahma is the creator god in Hinduism.
Oh.
So
which, when I think of monotheistic faiths, that's not.
No,
what
what
I'm
I
thinking.
think we're missing the. What am I trying to say here? What do you call it? The apostrophes and the commas, the punctuation. That's what I'm looking for. I think we need to take into account the punctuation here, because he said we pray this to monotheistic God, comma Brahma, so he's saying for you monotheistic people, we're praying to your God. For you Brahma people that worship cows, we're praying for your God. Maybe that's. I wonder if there's a tie in there, because Brahma is a species of bull. Aren't they the ones that worship cows?
I don't know if that
I'm asking.
There is, I think, like a greater respect. I'm not sure what the ins and outs are, though.
No, they worship cows. So I mean that's fact.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean, there's no disrespect intended there. They would tell you that, I think.
This is going to be a complete sidebar, but you know that
good.
Five Guys offered, the Five Guys hamburger chain.
Oh my gosh, how did we?
Listen.
How did
So
we end
Five
up at
Guys
hamburgers?
offered where you could purchase a
Cows.
$400 all-you-can-eat hamburgers for a year, but they only offered it in Dubai. Let that sink in there.
Yeah, no, I got it, there, boss.
Sorry.
Terrible joke.
Back to no, it wasn't a joke. It's real.
No way.
Yes, it's really happened.
I bet they wouldn't offer that joker down here in the middle of the South. I'd have got my money's worth in about a month. So, a man and a woman.
That doesn't even make grammatical sense.
No.
Would it not be a women? Because it's not a man.
A man and a woman. No, it's a.
Well, and you got to look. The whole reason this started is because the House of Representative came and they're saying they're going to rewrite the rules, swapping out male and female references like he and she to make it a gender neutral body. So therefore, he was making an attempt to say that a man and a woman when it means nothing to
right,
do
and
with
that's my point.
It has
Like
nothing to do with it. Yeah,
the Spanish language as a whole needs to go then, because every freaking noun and every verb in there is masculine or feminine. I mean that's got to go. Spanish people are all racist or not racist.
So is French.
Genderist. Well, I think that's a lot of languages, right?
Yeah, I mean,
a man and a woman.
But it started because when the House was sworn in, there is now a transgender congressperson.
Oh, what winter state put them in?
Not for sure. I need to look it up. But then also, they had those different transgender, non-binary candidates that are elected by some of the progressives, gaining the influence in Democrat politics. But this is their whole way of coming in of like, okay, well, because those two people are in there, we need to change everything. And it's just like,
what exactly is non-binary? Connor, what does the word binary mean?
Fitting into, if there's two options, you fit into either one or the other squarely.
Okay. So binary meaning there's only a 50-50 shot. Like they're one of two choices, and you've got to fit into one of the two exclusively.
Yeah.
Okay. So non-binary means I can't be fit into. So I guess I'm non-binary in lots of ways because I don't fit into certain boxes. I'm a disruptor. But this in this particular case, they're talking about the two gender boxes. How is it? And I'm not trying to be insensitive here, or maybe I am, and I just don't care. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'll let you know shortly. How is it that you don't fit into one of the two? There's a very specific set of definitions, or physical descriptors. Do you stand when you pee, or do you sit? Pretty straightforward. If you pass the tallywhacker test, you're binary. Period. I mean, there's no other way to say. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it.
No, you're right.
It's pretty straightforward. Like it's not. You don't have to be a genius to figure this stuff out. My 5-year-old knows what makes him a boy.
well, some of the words that they're removing.
They're not even freaking gendered.
I know. Well, here's the thing.
They've
come out and they've said that instead of saying he or she, they would say member, delegate, or resident commissioner. But this is the part that gets me. They have also said they're going to remove the use of father and mother.
I saw that.
What?
Yep.
That would now become parent. And you can't say a brother or sister. That would become sibling. Which to me, it's like...
I don't even care about that.
Whether you're gay, transgender, or whatever, you came from a father and a mother. There's no other way around it.
Even if you... Well, never mind.
You know? It's ridiculous. And it's like... when I heard all this and saw this going on, the question I had, and if we could pose a question here, when did people stand up and say, no, I'm not doing that?
Well,
apparently, it seems like we just continue to go down this path of, it's okay, don't upset them. Don't
apparently,
make them
we
mad.
as a country, we don't really care that much about it. So, I mean, look here. Again, I'm not trying to be the smartest guy in the room here. If that happens, we're in trouble. But someone help me understand this non-binary thing, because there's literally only two options, and you have to be one or the other. I mean, if I thought I was a goat, I'm not going to grow horns. I'm a freaking human. right? Like if I think I'm going to be a snake and I slither on the ground and stick my tongue out like a freaking buffoon, right? I'm a snake now. I'm a snake. Guess what? I'm still not a snake. Right? If I claim to be a dog and start barking and hiking my leg when I urinate, it doesn't make me a dog. If I poop in the floor of my house and then sniff my own butt, it doesn't make me Fido, okay? I'm just a human with poor behavior. Someone explain this non-binary thing to me. I am completely, I'm sorry, I can't even get to amen and a woman because I have a hard time, like, I guess I'm just too freaking smart. I guess I'm just too smart. Apparently, I've got too much common sense. This is unbelievable. What do you mean non-binary? You've got to be binary. You are literally one or the other. That is all there is. There is no option 3. There is no option 3. I don't care what you think. I identify with someone who doesn't have to pay taxes. See what happens when you don't pay your taxes, you idiot. This is unbelievable. I don't even know what to do.
Like I said, we should be allowed to just slap the hell out of some people. That's my 2021 right there. Bring it.
New Year's resolution, yeah. Boomer and the Beard, slap the hell out of dumb people. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A day before the Georgia runoff that'll determine control of the U.S. Senate, a new audio tape of President Trump has surfaced. On it, the president can be heard pressuring the top election official in Georgia to come up with votes that have already been counted 3 times. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
President Trump demanding Georgia's Secretary of State find nearly 12,000 votes to change the results of the election.
You should want to have an accurate election. And you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Even threatening some type of criminal action.
You're not reporting it. That's a criminal offense.
ABC's Faith Abube has more from Washington.
The White House declining to comment on the tape when asked by ABC News. The president's legal team has lost more than 50 cases in court trying to prove voter fraud. This all comes just ahead of Georgia's Senate runoff. Some Republicans fear the president's repeated false claims of a rigged election will cost them control of the Senate.
On Wednesday, what's normally a ceremonial act of ratifying the Electoral College vote will be held, but some say they will dispute it.
We know that this year that 140 House Republicans, about a dozen Republican senators, are going to object. We don't know which states. We don't know what these objections are going to look like. I can bet one of them is going to be Georgia.
ABC News congressional producer Trish Turner. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange will not be extradited to the U.S. Those are his supporters in London. Assange is accused of leaking classified information that put American lives at risk, according to U.S. officials. His supporters say he is a journalist who has unveiled U.S. war crimes. Dr. Anthony Fauci rejecting President Trump's tweet that COVID deaths in the U.S. have been greatly exaggerated. More than 20 million people in the U.S. have been diagnosed with COVID, and more than 350,000 Americans have died. You're listening to ABC News.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit Optima.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah. How about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, We'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Are you tired? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Oh, well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
If your computer stopped working, your business will grind to a standstill. This is Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. For my friends over at Simple Helix, the cost of a full-time IT department is really just unreasonable. Call Simple Helix today at 256-975-4758. They never take a vacation and cost far less than a full-time employee or staff. This new normal we live in has us working from home and remoting in all the time, so 24-hour support is more important than ever. Reliable and safe access for you and your employees doesn't get more simple than Simple Helix. 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the beard sent you.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back, Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. Coming back to the sweet, sweet sounds of Mr. Stapleton, his new album, song called Arkansas, one of my favorite places on the planet, and the home of Ray Allen, the tech advisor to Boomer and the Beard, also the host of the Bearded Men Real Estate Podcast. He'll be joining us tomorrow. He's excited to be back. I was speaking with him over the break a bit. I want to circle back to something here. I don't want to be insensitive. I really don't. I don't really care, but I also don't want to be insensitive. Being called insensitive and being truly insensitive are two different things, okay? There's a lot of people that will call us racist or call us insensitive or call us whatever because their millennial views don't allow them to understand reality. Okay, to those people, I could not care less what they think about me. But what I do want to address is people who know somebody or who have someone in their family or maybe that choose to listen to the show who is struggling through this gender identity issue because it's a real problem. Okay, and I don't want to be completely insensitive to the fact that it exists, and I want to give you my opinion of why it does exist, okay? In the same way that we struggle with any number of identity issues in our lives. They talk about midlife crisis for men. They talk about menopause for women is a very challenging time in a lot of ways because a lot of the processes and the womanhood that they once had is being changed in the process of the body. I mean, there are times throughout our life where we change. Bodies change, emotional change, physical change, whatever. And throughout that, it can be a very challenging time. Understanding that my body at 33 stopped making testosterone, like the thing that makes you a man, right? Like even something that's small can be challenging. It can. And it can create a lack of understanding. It can create a frustration with, like, why do I not feel the same way everybody else feels? Right?
But do you get offended anytime someone says that someone is man?
Well, and that's not even what I'm talking about. And that's not even what I'm talking about. Like, what I want to get to is the real reason why he thinks he's a she and she thinks she's a he, and it's an attack from the enemy. Like, there are real psychological issues that contribute to this. There are. Like, it's if you dive into the psychiatric of it, the psychiatry of it, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what you would officially. I think psychiatry of it would be the right word, or psychology of it. There are tons of things out there that address gender identity and the struggle for those people who are dealing with the fight. And so I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater by any stretch. I love all people, okay? And I don't care what you think you are. I'd love to talk to you. I'm going to tell you what you are. I'm going to ask you one very simple question. I mean, there's a very simple question. Maybe a little personal, but we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of this pretty quick. Now, if you can't understand that, then we need to figure out why that is. We need to work through that. We need to get some psychiatrists involved. We need to get some counseling. There's a lot of things that happen. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but to some people, that would even be an offensive.
And to those people, they can jump in an ice cold lake. I don't care about you. I really don't. I don't care. I mean, and that sounds that I don't mean it in the way like I through the gospel have to care about all people, right? So I do. Right. I do. But for those of you that will stand out there and indict me or crucify me for saying those who have gender identity issues need help, you are an object or an instrument or a tool of the enemy being used to attack people like me, period.
Agreed.
I mean, I just don't know what else to say. Like, if you're a woman, you're anatomically different and unique. God created you that way. It's pretty straightforward. There are very unique physical differences between Sandee and myself. Right? That's why men and women were created to be in union with one another. God created them anatomically, physically, emotionally different. Okay? They're created equal, but they are not the same. Women, ladies, listen to me. You are equal in the eyes of the Lord and should be in the eyes of your husband. If you're not, you've got other issues you need to address there. We'd be more than happy to walk you through that as well. But you are created equal. You are not created the same. Okay? God created women differently, but equally. And vice versa. Men are to be the head of the household. Women do, honestly, in my opinion, everything else, right? What good is a head without a body? It's worthless. You cut a head off a body, it's just a head, right? The woman is the one that does, and when I say does, men, listen to me. I don't mean she does your laundry, she cooks, she cleans, she goes to work, she mothers your kids. You've got to step up and do your freaking job. Okay, so this is not a get-out-of-jail-free card for men in the South that think their woman's supposed to just wait on them hand and foot and make their food and do their laundry and make their bed and raise their kids and, hey, lazy. Get off your tail. I'm talking to me, too. Get off your tail, quit watching Netflix, and go help your wife do the freaking dishes, okay? It'll go a long way. If you're wondering why things are slowing down in the bedroom, go do the laundry. Go do the dishes. See how that helps. Okay, I'm just being real. Sandee, back me up here. I mean, I'm speaking some truth here, right?
Absolutely, you are.
And so women,
and it goes both ways. Like,
absolutely,
I mean, yeah.
We have our roles. God assigned us roles in this life, and men and women. There is no surgery that can change it. There is no procedure that can make you who you are not. You can cut off, if I cut off my finger, it's still a hand. I don't know what else to say. I love you. And if you're struggling with this, or if you know someone that's struggling with this, or if you have a family member, we have a family member. I have a family member who struggles with this, just being completely real. And probably hates me because he knows where I stand on this. But I don't hate him at all. I would give anything to have him at Thanksgiving, to have him at Christmas, to have him just so I could spend time with him and try to let him know how much I love him. It doesn't make you a bad... Look, we all sin and fall... Like, there is something in my life that sticks out, something in your life, something in each and every one of our lives that separates us from Christ on a daily basis. This is no different. Mm-hmm. And for all you church people out there, the first place you want them to be is in the pew of your church. I want you to know that. When they walk through that door and they're gender confused or whatever you want to call it, if you know the Jesus I know, you'll go out of your way to walk over, shake their hand, look them in the eye, tell them you love them, treat them like a human being, treat them like your brother or sister, tell them how much you love them, and help them work through it. It's no different than any other sin in your life. You know where the Southern church has absolutely missed the boat? It's with gay, homosexual, and transgender identities in Christians. We want to act like it's worse to be a homosexual than it is to be a porn addict or a cheater, whatever. Go ahead.
So one of the things that I feel like goes along hand in hand with this is that for as long as society has been around, we've always wanted to be accepted. Mm-hmm. And one of those things that you do to be accepted is to be not different, but to go along with the same thing. However, throughout the generations, we have found that if you are different in that kind of way, like meaning, I consider myself a they, like, first of all, that's completely wrong verbiage, but anyway, I consider myself to be they. Automatically, you're going to have people that will love you. Oh, you're so precious. Oh, be who you are. Yeah. If they want to be they, let them be they. And it's almost like the cool kids are
different now.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
You want to be different? Let me tell you what's different. All you tattoos and your piercings and all that, that's what makes you different. And look, I've got no issue with tattoos. What I'm saying is those of you that go out and get those things and those piercings and those just because you want to be in the hip crowd, because you want to know what'll separate you from the crowd right now, be a devout follower of Jesus Christ. You want to be separated? You want to be different? You want to stand out from everyone else? Follow the Lord Jesus Christ with all that you are. Be a devout follower of Christ, and you will be different. You will absolutely stand out and be set apart from everyone else. You want to fit in and be hip.
What do tattoos and piercings have to do with that?
You didn't listen to anything I just said. I just said. When I come back, I'll re-explain that so that everyone understands it again, because obviously we can't move on to the next subject. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back, that same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back, Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, boisterous, bearded host. So happy to be joining you 19 minutes past the hour. Got the whole team on the field. We've got Boomer, we've got Sandee Lou, we've got producer Connor, and we want to hear from you. 866-494-9866, old18.com hotline, 866-494-9866. This segment brought to you by Alternative Medicine of Madison. Let me tell you guys, I have had many surgeries in my life, and I just told you about how bowling wrecked my knee. I will be going to Alternative Medicine tomorrow to get an inflammation injection, an inflammation IV. Sorry, English is hard. Because I have swelling and I have issues. Odds are, if there's pain in your body, it comes from inflammation. Inflammation is the body's response to many things, and it creates the pain that many of you are feeling. So if you've got arthritis, neuropathy, joint pain, you name it, Dr. Gilliam and his staff, Dr. Gilliam, there's three of them. They're great. Mother, son, and father there all together. It is the best place that honestly, they changed my life. And so give them a call today, 256-325-0955. That's 256-325-0955. Alternative Medicine Associates of Madison. You can catch them online at alternativemedicinemadison.com. Sandee Lou, you must have looked down at your phone or looked away for a moment, because I specifically I want to just touch on this quickly, and we're moving to another subject, because I think I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I think you missed a little sidebar, because when I said tattoos and piercings, I then stopped and said, to be clear, what I'm talking about is those people who go out and get tattoos and piercings just to try to be mod, or just to try to be different, or just to try to be cool. I have tattoos. I had piercings. I've got no issues with it. I'm saying people that just try to go out and change their body, not for any reason other than they just want to be different. They just want to fit in. They just want to whatever. Tattoos and piercings, if you choose to do those because you want them, great. No issue. I could care less. Couldn't care less. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares about tattoos anymore, unless you're just an old codger that is so set in the old ways. I envision, like John Wayne sitting on a front porch, hollering at you young whippersnappers with the tattoos and the piercings. I'm saying those people who go out and do it because they're doing it for weird and bad, like just trying to get out there and fit in. That's never a wise reason to get a tattoo. That's never a wise reason to get anything done in your life just because you want to fit in.
Right.
Like, do something, because if you feel like I want another tattoo. I would really like a half sleeve on my left arm. I've been thinking about it. I've got a really bad tattoo under my arm. I think we talked about that story. And so covering that up, no issues with tattoos whatsoever. I'm talking about if you're just trying to go out and change your body or whatever in an attempt to fit in or be cool, The opposition to that, or the juxtaposition to that, rather, is if you want to stand out and be different, like, don't go get a tattoo. Fall in love with Christ and live a life set apart. Now, you can certainly do that with tattoos, and you can go get tattoos as a Christian. I'm not trying to fall down the tattoo rabbit hole. It had nothing to do with tattoos. I don't care about tattoos. I think they're awesome. I have them. I would happily go get another one tomorrow. Probably not going to pierce my ears anymore because I stopped wearing Affliction shirts and Rock Revival jeans. So that doesn't really fit my vibe. But tattoos I've absolutely got no issue with, and most people don't and definitely shouldn't.
Well, I think the one thing that's hard, you talked about dealing with family members or people that have, this gender struggle and even in the church, I think that it's difficult on this one sometimes to take the stance. Because you are loving them, you do care for them.
Yeah.
But then when it gets to the point of
how do you take the stance without being rude or without
or to not give ground? Like if someone came into church and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm a drug addict or I'm an alcoholic or whatever," you still love them, you're still there, but you've got to still be able to, like, but that behavior can't continue. We've got to help you move different. I think that's where in that area why it becomes so difficult, because it's just such a firm stake in the ground. Well, it's not an activity. It's not something. It's who I am. It's a struggle that I think that's one area that the church has not been able to find ground for. But that one thing that's so frustrating to me is that, like in this situation in Congress, I believe what I believe.
Sure.
Why is it that I have to shut down my beliefs just because I'm insensitive because I say, well, hey, I don't believe that though.
Well, and
it's like
cancer culture is going after churches now, and so churches are starting to have to be wary of what they preach, of what they say from the pulpit, and fortunately, I know Sandee's pastor and I know our pastor, and I would say very clearly that our pastors are not afraid and will not speak anything that isn't biblically and doctrinally sound, regardless of where it lands in pop culture or with cancel culture. But you need to make sure you're going to a church like that. You need to make sure you're in a place where the truth is being taught, regardless of where it lands culturally. And unfortunately, that's just a challenge right now because, like you said, if you're in, you appear insensitive. And to finish up the tattoo conversation, if you are out there and you're one of those people listening right now and you see somebody at a gas station or whatever and they have tattoos and you're like, hey, you grab your kid's arm and you like move them away, or you judge somebody, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Tattoos are no longer what they used to be. Now, if somebody's got a swastika tattooed on their neck, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain tattoos that are certainly gang affiliations or whatever, and we're not talking about that. But Sandee took exception to the tattoo comment without understanding the full context, I think, of what I meant by it. And so I absolutely have. I love tattoos.
Well, here's the crazy part. This is what the world somehow doesn't seem how to do right very well. You said that. She misheard you. She was upset, but yet you took the time.
Yeah. I stopped and explained it.
Which some people
fail
to do.
And I didn't hear anything that you said Yeah. All I heard was, and I wasn't like looking at anything else. I was listening to your conversation, and all I heard you say was, all you people out there getting all these tattoos and piercings and everything, trying to be cool, it ain't. And I was like, that has nothing. In fact, I got my tattoos to be a testimony for my faith.
Sure. I think it's
awesome. I
awesome.
got my piercings to be associated with those people out there who don't necessarily look at church or look at Christians as, like, quote unquote, different kind of people.
I had a pastor get a tattoo on his forearm as a preaching pastor, and we thought it was. It didn't have any effect on the church or the congregation whatsoever. Because again, like you said, my comment was more going to the intent behind it. People will do anything they can to stand out or to be set apart, just to try to fit in or be mod or be cool or whatever. And the reality is, if that is what you're doing. Yeah. Your intentions are wrong.
Well, there's a lot of,
and that's the problem.
There's a lot of people that have tattoo regrets.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Those are the ones.
I got one right here, boys.
What they call the Florida license plate. That was like when the girls would get the stamp. The stamp
the T stamp.
Where they're like, God, I wish I'd get rid of that now. But yeah, I think that's. I do feel like there is a lot of that in that transgender area where these individuals are just screaming to have some kind of acceptance and some kind. And like you said, that goes back to the same thing. Like, I challenge you, if you're struggling for acceptance and you're struggling for things like that, give God a chance, and you will have the greatest, most powerful acceptance you've ever had in your life of any group, better than any human can accept you.
That's fact. Yeah. Let's go to Justin on line 2. Justin, you've got 60 seconds, brother. Bring it strong.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, it's great that y'all don't turn people away because of tattoos, because I've been trying to go to churches for years, and I'm tattooed literally from my throat all the way down to my knees. I don't know how many times and how many places I've been turned away and shunned away because of it.
Well, come on to Lindsay Lane, brother. Come on over to Lindsay Lane. We'd be happy to have you. You if you'll let me know
friendship.
or friendship. You let me know when you're coming. I'd be happy to meet you out front. You can sit with me and my family, man. I'd love to have you.
I just want to say that's really great. That's really great. Y'all ain't turning people away, man.
Oh, anybody that doesn't know the same. Any. Thank you for the call, Justin. Any Christian, and I use that. I'm going to put air quotes by that. Any Christian with quotes that turns people away for tattoos, I would argue, doesn't know the same Jesus that I know. You talking about the Jesus that literally looked at the dude on the cross that was a criminal and 100% gave him a pass there on the cross on the day of his death. It just doesn't. The gospel doesn't work that way.
But what I would say to Justin, and this is one thing I think, as humans in general, what we need to do with stereotypes. Justin, just like you've had people in the church that have turned you away, probably those people in the church have probably ran into someone that had a bunch of tattoos that gave them a bad experience about those individuals. So coming together and saying, hey, you know what? Not all Christians are bad. Hey, not all tattoo people are bad. Give it a chance.
No, that's exactly right. And look, there was a period of time in this country where tattoos meant something different than they do now, and we have to be willing to wrap our mind around that. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. It is the bottom of the hour. We'll be back shortly. Don't touch that dial or you're a communist.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Georgia's Secretary of State is speaking out about the phone call he received from President Trump in which the president is heard telling Brad Raffensperger to find nearly 12,000 votes in his favor. ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega.
For much of the hour-long phone call, President Trump is rambling, incoherent, and spreading a litany of conspiracy theories. But he makes one thing clear. He wants Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to, quote, find enough votes to change the outcome in Georgia, a race President-elect Joe Biden decisively won by 11,779 votes.
Raffensperger telling Good Morning America he didn't think it was appropriate to talk about the election with the president, but the White House insisted.
No, I never believed it was appropriate to speak to the president, but he pushed out. I guess he had his staff push us, and they wanted to call.
Tomorrow, Georgia holds a pair of runoff elections that'll determine which party controls the U.S. Senate. On Wednesday, the Electoral College certifies Joe Biden's win. It'll be held in Congress. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Oh, well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. and online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI, creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
Last Sunday, passengers on a Queens, New York subway saw a horror show. 3 young men began arguing on the train. The argument got physical, spilled out onto the platform. Suddenly, one of the men pulled out a gun and shot another guy he was fighting. The victim took a bullet to the head and then 5 more shots. Now, this all took place in broad daylight, passengers capturing the fight on their phones. When it was over, the 20-year-old victim was dead. The shooter was apprehended by police. It turns out that the gunman is a member of MS-13, the extremely violent street gang that routinely commits murder and other horrible crimes. The thugs that President Trump warned are truly bad hombres. The gang members that Speaker Pelosi defended as having sparks of divinity. Now, folks, this is New York. It's a sanctuary city for every kind of criminal, but not sanctuary for babies in the womb. This is all about illegal immigration and the Democrats not wanting to stop it. MS-13 gangs is what you get in part.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/news. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Stay informed and entertained all day long. Only on WVNN.
Welcome back, Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, the big, bold, boisterous, beautiful, bearded host. So happy that you've joined us this morning. First show back in 2021. Let's hope it's not the same dumpster fire that 2020 was.
I just was kind of in my head, and Connor and I were talking just a second ago. This definitely was probably not the show I thought we would have today.
No, me neither. Me neither.
We've talked about bowling balls. We've talked about transgender.
Yeah, 15-pounders.
We've hit the.
You got 15-pound bowling balls?
We're finding our lane.
How do you walk? That's so funny. For those of you that missed Boomer's wildly inappropriate joke earlier,
today, if you really want to have some fun.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork, a proud sponsor of Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. They are the only place we go when we need Benjamin Moore paints, when we need anything, really. DeWalt Tools, you name it, they've got it. Mr. Lynn is a wonderful man of God and also a good friend of the program. We're so thankful that they have joined us and partnered with us in doing the show. 256-232-6320. Give them a call. Let them know the Beard sent you. They're right over there on Clinton Street in Athens. Let's touch on... I guess we got to do it. Donald Trump committing election fraud.
Such an evil man.
Such an evil man. He committed election fraud. Did you hear about that, Sandee? He called Republican
I'm
leaders.
staying away from all media.
Is that your? It's going to make it tough to do a talk show, but is that your?
I know my husband tells me all the time. He's like, you're on a talk show. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, it's more fun this way because then we just get to get your live reaction. Yes. You used to call me Walter Cronkite. I'm over here reading you the news. So Donald Trump committed election fraud. If you listen to the left, he got on a call yesterday with the Republican leaders of of Georgia, and demanded that they find 11,000 votes. Angrily. Folks.
At least that's the one snippet that
the
news
that's
is playing
the one
over
on repeat. And if you listen to the news on this channel, I'm so sorry. If I had any control of that, I would do something about it. It's the most liberal. Good gosh.
Unliberable.
English is so hard. It's the most liberal nonsense I've ever heard. I apologize for the straight lies they tell you on the top of the hour breaks on the show, but nothing I can do about that. What happened was President Trump on a phone call actually acted, in my opinion, in one of the most professional ways he's acted since he took office 4 years ago.
I would agree.
He offered to recuse himself at multiple different points. He offered to get off the call, whatever, offered confidentiality agreements, offered whatever was necessary. And the context of the entire call, if you listen to the snippets the media gives you, you would think that he was demanding votes and yada, yada, yada. What they were actually talking about was... And you've heard on the news things here, the election results have been recounted 4 times in the state of Georgia, and Biden has won every single time. That would be a lie. Hate to do it to you, but that would be a lie. Let me tell you what's actually happened, Sandy Lou. They have recounted in Cobb County. Cobb County?
Fulton County?
Fulton County is the one under...
Yes, Cobb County, Georgia.
Cobb County, but not in Fulton County. Fulton County is the big... That's the big one. That's the granddaddy of them all. That's the big papa. That's El Capitan. That's the El Jefe of Georgia. And they refuse any sort of transparency in Fulton County. Fulton County alone has enough votes to turn the state of Georgia. What the president was saying was he needs that county to be and the let's see, what's the right word here? The shiftiness of the lawyers, by the way, lawyers on the other side of the call, the shiftiness of their responses was overwhelmingly conspicuous. Is that
it's fair?
Is that a good way to say that? So essentially, Sandy, what's happened here, I know this will surprise you. Donald Trump was dumb enough.
In shock.
Donald Trump was dumb enough to say one thing that he knew could be taken out of context. Oh, yeah. Probably should have not used the word, we need to find 11,000 votes. Or phrase, rather. And then the liberal media has spun it out of context. Does that surprise you?
No.
Not in the least.
I don't know what happens this week, folks. But I know God is... he's involved in this. Okay, whatever happens here, he's got complete control over it, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay, no matter what happens. I don't know what happens in Georgia. I know that there's 135,000 people that have voted thus far that didn't vote in the November election.
And why wouldn't you vote for the president?
Well, because you're not real. That's why. Because you're a fake vote. That's why.
Yeah, this presidential thing. I think I'm going to abstain, but
by God, when the Senate heats up, I'm all in. Yeah, they're gonna try to steal this one too, and they may well do it. They may well do it because Americans are unwilling to stand up and do anything about it, and so.
You ever heard of Lake Superior State in Michigan?
Are you going to take a hard left here?
Yeah, I am.
Mid segment?
Well, it fits.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sandy.
I'll bite.
Have you ever heard of this college, Lake Superior State University?
No, I have not.
No, that's up there with North Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind.
Well, they have come out and they had individuals submit phrases or words that they never want to hear again.
Oh, no.
That's okay. I think it's
good. Let's hear it.
So what do you think? I mean, the obvious one. What is number one?
Trump.
No.
Oh,
Actually,
Republican.
No, COVID-19.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
They want that.
Okay.
Number two, they don't want to hear social distancing.
Well, that's also fair. Mask.
Number three, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that.
Oh, we're all in this. Yeah. We're all in the same. We're all in the same storm, but we're all in very different boats.
Yes. Four was in abundance of caution.
Oh gosh, this is a pretty good list.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of a university coming out with something that didn't have. They don't want to hear in these uncertain times.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Pivot. They don't want to hear. Let's pivot.
Okay.
Number 7, unprecedented.
Okay.
Number 8, Karen. They want to remove Karen.
Okay.
Now I don't know. I guess do you know what that is? Because I don't want to read it. It could be something bad.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Do you know what that is, Connor?
I can't.
SUS.
Okay, so let's spell it just in case.
Oh no, that's nothing bad.
Just make sure it's nothing. It's like it could be something really horrible.
It's a reference to a mobile game that got really popular.
And then the other one, the 10. I know, right? So top 10 things to be removed. The honorable mention was flatten the curve.
That would have been at the top of the list for me, but what do I know? I'm just a doctor. You listened to the first show back of the new year, 2021, where our New Year's resolution is to not suck. So we are so happy you've joined us. We've got one more segment, 15 minutes at the top of the hour, 866-494-9866. Give us a call right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy one MyPillow, get one MyPillow free. Call 800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. Click on radio specials and use code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem, utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization 9980667. That's 9980667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Where Alabama talks. WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back, Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, the big, bold, beautiful, bearded host that brings you this show each and every morning with the dream team, the starting lineup, the all-stars, my friend Boomer, Sandee Lou, producer Connor, all here this morning, 12 minutes to the top of the hour. I started playing music again at church, which was cool this weekend. Picked back up the old six string, the old git fiddle, the old... stick and string. Started playing music at Lindsay Lane again. Shout out to Brian Hayes, listening this morning. Good buddy of mine. Heck of a drummer. Bit of a goober, but we love him nonetheless. He's listening. Just texted me this morning. So hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you have a great Monday. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Okay, there you go. Brian Hayes. Thanks, buddy. So we one segment left. We've covered just about everything that there is to cover from
we've been all
wow,
across
we've
the
run
board.
the gambit from trannies to menopause to
Bowling balls
to tattoos to Donald Trump and everything in between. And so we love you guys so much. We'd love to hear from you guys. First show of the year, 866-494-9866. Got a few minutes for phone calls. If you want to chime in, if you want to join us, you feel free to do so on the old18.com hotline. That's 866-494 WVNN, 866-494-9866. So programming notes, we're back in our regular schedule now, so no more breaks and ins and outs and thises and that's. We're going to be settling back into our routine and our regular grind, which we're all so very excited about.
Very pumped.
Yay.
I can see the excitement in Sandee's face. It's palpable. If you haven't been to the website yet, you need to do so. That'd be beardedisbetter.com. You can make sure you check out the live stream, the podcast. You can engage with the show in 100 different ways. There's so many ways to consume our content. We would love to have you joining us via the live stream each and every morning. You can do so on YouTube or on Facebook. Or just by going to our website. Again, that's beardedisbetter.com. Looks like Julian Assange. Is that how you say his name? Assange? This is right down your alley, Sandee. Is that how you say his name? Julian Assange?
I think that's correct. I'm not sure.
Is that the correct QAnon pronunciation?
Oh, jeez. Here we go. I do have something to show you. It's going to be off subject, though.
Go ahead.
Show me or tell me?
Show you and tell you. So
Okay.
I'm sitting here, and Copper just came in, and I had to ask her to make sure that this was not her cup. But do you see this cup here? Like, let me turn it. Conservative Tears.
Yeah, that's
And
got to be
I'm
the
gonna
that's
find
got
a
to be the
Sharpie.
weekend show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would love to find a Sharpie and put on there, and liberals junk.
Yeah. It's probably those labor guys that don't really work.
Yeah, it's
Oops, I said
it's the weekend show.
My bad.
Oh man, I can't believe they ever picked them. But then again, money's money. So it is definitely
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Man down. I restarted Justified, by the way. Have you ever watched that show?
Hey, it's from the great state of Kentucky.
I don't know if there's anything about that show that makes Kentucky appear great, but it is certainly in
certain parts of Kentucky.
Like the firearm selection.
There's certain reasons why in Kentucky people are in the mountains. They're stuck.
Yeah, well, nowhere to go.
Thank goodness.
That is also Brian Hayes' fault. Speaking of Brian Hayes, he put me on that after I finished Sons of Anarchy. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Any good bingeable shows out there? You can email the show at thehometownheartbeat.com, SHOW at thehometownheartbeat.com. Anything you guys want us to talk about, you can always send it to us on Facebook or social media, any which way. We love interacting with you guys, and quite frankly, that's what makes this all worth doing. If we came in here every morning just to talk to ourselves, we probably wouldn't last that long. So we've got to be able to interact with you guys to make this thing work, and so I'm super excited that you guys are active and joining us each and every morning. The show's growing rapidly, and we're so thankful for that. So no, Julian Assange, not being extradited. Connor, are you familiar with any of the specifics of this here? I figured maybe this might be something you are caught up on a bit. Am I right there?
Not really,
okay.
honestly.
Well, strike two. Julian Assange.
It takes Benadryl to go to sleep. I mean, he's struggling today.
To be clear, I don't do that on a regular basis.
So he was charged with espionage. The UK court ruled not to extradite him. And so that's good, I guess. But they, there are parts of me that thinks he's a freaking patriot, and other parts of me that thinks he's a I don't know, traitor. He's equal part traitor and patriot. Where does he fall with you, Connor, on the scale of traitor to patriot?
Yeah. I mean, my take on him is I like the good stuff he did, and I don't like the bad stuff he did. So I guess you could say it's mixed feelings.
Another complex thought from Connor. So basically, if I understand this correctly, he basically released a bunch of documents and information about the U.S. and its role in spying on people and a myriad of other subjects. Maybe this is something we talk to Ray Ellen about tomorrow. But I don't know. It's hard, right? It's hard because at the highest level of our government, those who are privy to the information must vow a level of secrecy, but also we as a nation are entitled to know when we're being lied to and spied on, and so it's hard to know where to land on this guy, certainly. Let's go to line 3 and see what we've got here. John from Elkmont. John from Elkmont, you've got 60 seconds, buddy. Hit me.
Zach, good morning. Over the holidays, I've been reading, I never had a chance to read them, the Federalist Papers, and I haven't completed. I usually sit down and read for 15, 20 minutes and then try to absorb it. They're written at such a high level, you've about got to have a dictionary to understand what they're saying, but it's such good common sense, and they greatly influenced the writing of our Constitution, what's in it, the contents, and also we're trying to persuade through newspapers and publishing these things the American people to accept a Constitution where we formed one government out of the 13 colonies. But with a sense that just this new government we formed, we have a unique chance to form a government like nobody else ever has. And let's don't mess it up. And let's limit this government and delineate its rights. All the other governmental rights belong to the states. And it's so up to date. You can see their understanding of human nature so well that you can almost take quotes from there and apply it to our last election, like the selfish interest of the individual states and those who think that they ought to have a right to govern. So
there you go.
I would recommend that everybody
reading recommendations from John from Elkmont, the Federalist Papers. Thank you, John, for the phone call. Appreciate it, buddy. Always a pleasure. So for those of you that are looking for a reading recommendation, the Federalist Papers come highly recommended by John from Elkmont. So thank you.
Hey, if you give me some audio here before we close out, we can end the show with some gold from the New Year's celebration with Andy Cohen and
yeah,
Anderson
let's.
Cooper.
So this is the hammered Anderson Cooper. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
And 2020 is gone.
And 2020 is freaking gone.
So
we flushed it down the toilet.
I definitely
like
do not
the
need this.
fecal mess that
Oh!
is a little half. I like saying that. Let's just.
Oh, and they're taking shots. Now they're taking shots live on the air.
2 bottles of this.
Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right.
Anderson Cooper, I
Usually
remember
go off
my.
on Bill de Blasio.
That's how I felt when I saw Mayor de Blasio dancing just now.
Well, that's how I felt when I saw him
Don't see that
dancing.
at the beginning of 2021. Do something with this city. Honestly, get it together.
This was live television?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Anyway.
They do this every year. Have you never watched the CNN New Year's?
They get hammered every year?
Oh, yeah. Like 5 years ago, Don Lemon got his ears pierced live on the air.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Well, this is a normal thing. I didn't.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
not-
See, I was-
Apparently, I've never watched CNN a day in my life, especially on New Year's. This is why you're a liberal, Connor. But no, I'm kidding. Connor's not a liberal.
Anderson Cooper used to do it with Kathy Griffin back before before her career fell apart.
Something about holding a severed head of a president that'll do that to you.
That's almost like normal now. I mean, you look how odd.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
Kathy
now.
Griffin looks. I mean, she looks like Aunt Becky, and all. Oh, sorry, too
She
soon.
looks like Carrot Top.
Speaking of, where did Carrot Top go?
Oh, he stayed in Vegas, I guess, and bulked up.
Did anyone know that the naked cowboy actually ran for governor?
Oh my gosh!
Did anyone know this? I missed this. I just heard an interview with him yesterday, and he ran for mayor without clothes on the whole time.
He probably would have been better than the one they
No
got.
question. No question about that.
Right? Exactly.
He gets, he's a pretty staunch Trump supporter. He, can you imagine trying to fight off people in New York without your clothes on? I mean, that'd be a pretty, brutal.
Yeah.
Before long,
He
you'd end
could
up like
literally
tubing.
say, "I have nothing to hide," and truly mean it.
That's it.
Good dad joke. That was a good one. That was a mom joke for the win.
Thank you.
No one caught my
I've
tubing
converted
joke
all you
there.
guys.
No, you'll never convert me to bad jokes. I'm sorry.
Right, because you're already there.
Every joke I tell is hilarious. Okay. This is
Yeah,
my
keep
show.
telling yourself that.
This is my show. Stop being
Yeah.
mean to me. This is my show. I'm a millennial. I'm offended. My feelings
2021,
are hurt.
no fear.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to. We'll have a closed door meeting after the show. Everyone. No, I'm kidding. In other news, Hannah Ruth Lashley joins the show as of today. Today's our first day, so she'll be joining us not on the air all the time, but joining us in the support and the function of the show, and so she'll be doing our promotions and lots of sales stuff. So welcome to the show, Hannah Ruth Lashley. We will get her on the air to introduce her to you all. She will not be an on-air personality regularly, but she's definitely going to be behind the scenes making this thing possible, so we're super excited to bring her over. She joins us from Way FM, so that'll be a great addition to the team. Super excited. This has been the first show of 2021. Don't worry, it'll get worse from here, folks. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us. Dale Jackson, it comes up next. We'll be here bright and early in the morning. Have a great day.